you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Complete out to the right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Addison going in motion right. He rolls to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. He's got him. That's Addison. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That's caught for the 1st. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Aubrey puts it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. Walker now from the gun. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. On 3rd down, Walker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Staying with Walker. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Vikings 46-yard line.
Darnold looking to throw. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Into traffic, complete! And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Throwing here, Darnold. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Catch is made in close. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Walker reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. Addison going in motion right. Puts some power on it deep one left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. On play action now, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
On third and long, it's McCarthy. Has his man. It's Addison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Back now, pressure on its way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Pass is caught by Addison. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Back to the air, McCarthy. He's got a man left. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Give now to the running back. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They find 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Neither side separating much so far. It's Vikings ball as we return for the second, and they've got to be thinking points here. McCarthy looking to throw. And oh, he got it! Interception! Rick Woolen with the INT.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. Running it after the penalty. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Vikings push their lead to 3. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose!
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 42. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 47-yard.
They're going play action. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Darnold. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, your internal clock right there, it has got to be tuned up a little bit. Plenty of time. In this league, if you get 3 seconds to throw the ball and it's not out of your hands, that responsibility falls on you as a QB. But give some credit to the defense who was able to get home and get the sack.
It's a big run, 9 yards, but they're still facing a 3rd and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. Complete beyond the marker. It's a Seattle touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Lesney now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. The Vikings returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they'd love a repeat of their last drive, wouldn't they? Their first play was their only play as they ran it in for 6. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught in stride by Addison. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun. Getting out to his left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This is one of those many moments where I'm really thankful I'm in the booth and not on the field. Because in my day, defensive tackles couldn't run like that. This is not a statuesque QB. This guy can run. And it wasn't a linebacker or DB that chased him down. It was a big old D tackle. Tip of the cap to you, my big man.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Seahawks start headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker and the NFL rushing title within his grasp as we enter the penultimate week. He sits atop the league in yards. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down. Here's Darnold. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. Here he is on third and long. He beams one deep. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there. So now, here's third and goal. Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Vizcaino sends it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Running back sent in motion. First and 10. Here's McCarthy. That's caught. He found some space. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Here's McCarthy. First and 10. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Second and 3 now. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. It's the Vikings looking at second and 3. From the 24. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. From the red zone now. Complete out to the right side. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. On the shotgun, McCarthy. Has it down close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. It's 2nd and goal. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Aubrey puts it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And that is a rough one, Brock. It came down well short of that 20-yard line minimum he needed, so this drive going to begin from the 40-yard line instead. So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing here, Darnold. Searches from the pocket. Walker hauls it in. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Darnold now to throw. Complete out to the right. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
It's a loss of 9. Now 2nd and
All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Vizcaino sends it through. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached halftime from Seattle. It's the Seahawks leading in front of the home crowd. Now from the extreme northwest to the extreme southeast, we're going to head down to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with our buddy Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll start over in Texas, at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Giants who were able to come away with the road victory. 20-17, your final.
No need for halftime. We'll just keep it right here and get started with the third
losers
quarter.
in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints.
And play resumes with
Josh
the kick.
Allen leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes
go out of
in the
bounds.
victory.
You know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Got to stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still first down.
They go play action on first. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Here's 2nd and 14. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. All set up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
10 yards to go.
Darnold. Looking for a target. Into the hands of Walker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll throw it again. He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're...
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
An individual player taking over a drive isn't limited to just skilled players on the offense. If a defender gets in a groove like this, he can wreck a drive single-handedly with his pass rush. That is back-to-back sacks for him now. And it sure seems like whatever move he's throwing out there, it's working.
And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Brings it in at the 12. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Now it's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 2nd and 3 now. Blown back, gets the handoff. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning. like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
We'll have him gain about a handful there. Byron Murphy there to make the play. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up, and they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. From the 38. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Has his man. It's Addison. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now. Back to the air, McCarthy. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. Completed to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout from the defense here. Here's McCarthy to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Locates Jefferson along the sideline. Complete. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Aubrey puts it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Go sack.
From the 46. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll bring out the punter here. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The Vikings now set to take the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And this will be his second effort of the contest. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. Collects this at the 35. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line. First down. They just get the play off. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's the Seahawks with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 41. Caught by the open man. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks now lead by 10. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba with a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks drive their lead to 11. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vikings taking the field on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 31. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10, here's McCarthy. Pass is caught by Addison. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. He gets 6 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. McCarthy throwing here. Fits it through the middle. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Offense to the line for 2nd down. McCarthy to throw it. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing on third, McCarthy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-six touchdown. Went to the oh-well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Podolesny now to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks push their lead to 18. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. 2nd and 10 now. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get it back to within 2 possessions. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Vikings make it an 11-point ball game. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. Oh, the Vikings got to it first. They get it back.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. They give up the gut to Walker. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks getting closer to their 13th win of the season. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running with Walker again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. It's Walker on the option. And they take him down right along the 30. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
The Seahawks in a victory formation as they take a knee. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win at home. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win.